back for more because we're having such a good time.
Absolutely.
And you've got so many games. So Smash Brothers is obviously the big game that all the fans have been waiting for. You announced Mega Man as a guest character. Are we going to see
Can't forget about Villager. We announced Villager from Animal Crossing as a key playable character.
Nice little tease at the beginning of the trailer. But what about you being in Smash Brothers?
You know, that's something you need to talk to Mr. Sakurai about.
Has it been discussed, though? Should the fans start a petition campaign online?
Look, the fans could do whatever they want.
Reggie
but in
Smash, hashtag, we can start it now?
In the end, that's a Mr. Sakurai decision.
Well, we've got to talk to Mr. Sakurai about that, right?
You should.
What about non-specific action figure? I did not see him mentioned in the direct at all. Will he be taking part in today's festivities?
I think that's a great question for Mr. Sakurai as well.
Well, but across all Nintendo games.
I have to say, across all of the other activity, we have not brought non-specific action figure here to the stage.
He's sitting out E3.
He's sitting out right now from E3.
All right, but he may be back in the future?
You never say never.
A lot of people thought maybe Retro was working on a non-specific action figure game.
That would have been an announcement.
Well, but it leads to another question, I think, where some fans may say, hey, Reggie, you're going back to the well with another Donkey Kong, another Mario, Zelda remake. I mean, where are the new innovative IPs that Nintendo is creating? A lot of people hoped Retro was going to do something brand new.
So, two comments. First, Wonderful 101,
Yes.
right? Brand new IP, brand new game, launching just in a matter of weeks.
Yeah.
Second, if you look back over the last 18 years,
Yes.
number of sales per SKU,
You were ready for this question,
right?
Reggie.
What is the number one title?
Yes.
Sold more games per SKU?
Probably Mario?
We Fit.
We Fit. Okay.
We Fit, a brand new game that we launched with Wii, right,
Okay.
during the Wii generation. Why do I bring this up? Because certainly we're working on a range of different content.
Okay.
So you can't look at a snapshot in time and say, gosh, where's all the new franchises? We're working on a range of stuff. There's more to come.
There's more to come. What about the, you know what I'm talking about?
Which, oh, the
Vitality sensor.
Vitality
Is
sensor.
it ever coming back, Reggie?
Never say never.
Okay.
Never say never. We obviously have nothing to announce right now, but you never say never.
New peripherals, is that something you guys are thinking about?
You know, right now the focus is on gamepad play. The focus is on utilizing the Wii Remote Plus, utilizing the Wii Wheel for Mario Kart. So our focus is on the existing peripherals.
Right. Now let's talk about the fans that, you know, have already bought a Wii U and may feel like, hey, you know, I haven't had a lot of games. It sounds like you're admitting that, you know, Nintendo's been a little slow on the uptake with new games.
There were a number of games that we wanted to launch in the first half of the year.
Right.
That by getting them more polished, they've slipped a little bit. But if I'm a Nintendo fan, what do I have to look forward to with my brand new Wii U? I've got Wonderful 101, right? I've got Game & Wario. I've got Super Luigi coming. I've got then Zelda, Mario, all of these great games, Donkey Kong Country. There's a lot of great content coming, and that's just, again, from a first-party perspective.
I think we just have the first-party perspective right now, but yes, hopefully we'll get more third parties on board. But talk about the consumer that, you know, bought the Wii. I think you guys have admitted it's been a challenge sort of communicating that the Wii U is an entirely new system, not just sort of a new gamepad for the Wii. That consumer that may not have made a choice in the next gen, and now they're going to be faced with a decision this fall saying, hey, do I want a Wii U, or do I want an Xbox, or do I want a PlayStation? What's your pitch to them on why they should still select the Wii U at a time when third parties are kind of on amber right now?
Yeah, but again, the reason to buy a Wii U, right, in addition to...
Are just Nintendo games.
In addition to whatever third-party content is going to be available, and that's for the third-party publisher to decide, is Mario, Zelda, Pikmin 3, all of these fantastic franchises. I mean, Jeff, we are in a fortunate position that when you look back over the last 18 years, 5 of the top 10 franchises play only on Nintendo consoles. Only on Nintendo consoles. That's why the consumer is going to buy a Wii U. To play Mario, to play Zelda, to play Donkey Kong, to play Pikmin 3.
So it is a Nintendo delivery system?
No. What I'm saying is that our job as a first-party publisher is to drive the install base. We're fortunate that we've been able to do that with 5 out of the top 10 franchises over the whole history of video games.
But people only have, you know, certain amounts of money that they can spend on these systems. Are you concerned or worried now that you've seen PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, you know, the fidelity of the graphics that they're able to show, things like that? People are saying, you know, Wii U is a last generation system compared to these. Is that something that worries you?
In the end, it's all about the games. And we believe we've got the games to drive the business forward and to, most importantly, make the consumer happy.
All right,
that's the key.
Absolutely, we want to put a smile on everyone's face, Reggie,
Absolutely.
right? Well, you have announced a lot of great games. Let's talk about 3DS, the handheld market. You know, Smash Brothers looks like that's coming to the handheld. What is your strategy moving forward in the handheld space?
Well, our strategy, again, is straightforward. We want to bring new, unique experiences that you can only have on the Nintendo 3DS. And we're fortunate that we've been doing that throughout this year to date. Fire Emblem, Luigi's Mansion, Animal Crossing that just launched and looks to be off to a fantastic start, and then all of the great content coming. These unique experiences are what we're bringing to bear, and that's what's driving the system. The only system to have year-on-year growth so far this year in 2013.
Now, the industry, when you take Nintendo out of it, I mean, the industry overall, I think, is a challenging year for the gaming industry. I mean, there's lots of talk about how the industry is down, things like that. I mean, what's your take on, the health of the overall industry? Because I think when Nintendo goes down, the entire industry goes down as well. I mean, this is going to be a big year, not just for Microsoft and Sony, but for Nintendo and the entire industry.
Look, the consumer wants great new experiences.
Right.
If we as an industry deliver great new experiences, then guess what? People buy consoles and people buy games.
Right.
From Nintendo's perspective, we are maniacally focused on bringing great game experiences.
Right.
And we've got a lineup over these next 6-7 months that's second to none.
Yeah.
And what's great is we still have games like Mario Kart and Smash Brothers for both Wii U and 3DS coming in 2014. So we're feeling pretty good that we've got the games and the experiences to drive our business forward.
Now, when you look at the competition, you guys had to make a bet on the Wii U a couple of years ago about what you were going to do, what the specs were going to be, before you really knew what Microsoft and Sony were going to do. So now that you've seen the unveils, I'm sure you sat at home at your fireplace watching the press conferences on Spike, wondering what they were going to say. What's your take on sort of Microsoft and Sony and their strategy?
I have to be candid.
Yeah.
Our competition is going to do what they're going to do. So do I watch what they're doing as a consumer?
Absolutely.
Certainly. But am I trying to analyze all of the different elements? No, because they haven't unveiled their full proposition.
Right.
Tell me price, tell me exactly what I'm going to get in the box, tell me exactly what the games are going to be, and then I can make a decision, not only as a business executive, but also as a consumer. And at this point, it's still just the early days of exactly what they're going to be doing. You did your show, and you unveiled some of the information. I read through a lot of those consumer comments.
Yeah.
They weren't all that happy. They weren't all that thrilled as to what was being unveiled. Because in the end, it's about the games. Consumers want to know, what am I going to play on these systems? And that's why we are focused 110% on delivering great games.
Now, let's talk about used games, something that's been a big controversy. Wii U, I guess, are there going to be any DRM issues with games or anything like that on Wii U?
There's nothing that we are doing proactively from a DRM perspective to go after the used game market.
Right.
We're
in a problem, though?
Well, we are in a fortunate place that the consumers love to keep playing Mario Kart, Donkey Kong, all of these great franchises. The repeatability is very strong in our systems. We don't bring out annualized franchises like a lot of our competitors do. So for us, the used issue is a much smaller issue.
Much smaller issue for Nintendo. But what about third parties if they want that ability on the Wii U?
We're not providing an ability to block based on DRM. Certain games are having to recharge the consumer for those games. That's not part of our business model.
All right, so overall, Reggie, when we look at the scorecard of E3, you guys did something different, and we're going to be on air kind of grading the press conferences and things like that. What is your pitch to the consumers at home about why you think Nintendo won E3?
Play the game.
Go to my Best Buy, right?
Play the game.
I would love to play Smash Brothers, not here.
That's what it's all about, right? It's all about the games and the experiences. And so, when people are sitting back and trying to grade how people perform, I would say, did our games surprise, delight, put a smile on people's face, drive pre-sales at our retailers? Were they excited about the content? If they were, then we've done our job.
But what if consumers say, hey, they delayed a bunch of games in the spring, maybe they're going to delay all these again?
So we've been very specific in launch dates and when these games are coming. So we're putting it out there. And our track record is pretty good. When we say a game is coming on a specific period of time, Nintendo's track record is pretty good. We've laid it out for folks. We're being very clear on when these games are going to be available. Retailers are taking pre-sales based on that information. Again, we're confident that when consumers play the game, they're going to be excited and they're going to want to get the game.
All right, Reggie. Well, it's always great seeing you. I'm sad we didn't get to go head-to-head and play Smash Brothers soon, Reggie.
Would love to do it. I'll have to smoke you in yet another game.
We'll have to see. Well, hopefully the sales charts will be in your favor this year.
Exactly.
Excellent. All right. Thanks, Reggie. Always a pleasure.
Good to see you.